Hey guys, we are back for another video. I wanted to jump on here and update you guys. I'm actually working, but I stopped because I just watched the news and they just gave an update, the Hoover Police Department, with regards to the Carleerussell situation. So, you guys, I have given this lady the benefit of the doubt through this entire ordeal. Carleerussell, the internet has been dragging her. They always say it's always some truth to something. And like I said, the internet has been dragging her. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this young lady the benefit of the doubt because, hey, I don't know what happened to her. Maybe it's something going on and, the police just are not releasing the details. But listen, as I stated, I was going to keep y'all updated. And I have a snippet of the video with the Hoover Police Department, guys, and it does not look good at all. I don't know what was going through this young lady's mind, what kind of mental health issues that she's suffering from, but this is deep. So I am going to go ahead and play that video for you guys, and then we're going to come back and talk about it. But I just got a few more words to say. This is not looking good for her. I am not sure, again, what was going on in her life or what pretty much was happening that would make her basically contemplate this story. The information that we were provided, it was missing information. The police never really updated us, never really said much. And they said that was basically out of respect for her family and trying to give her the opportunity to pull herself together. But I'm going to let you guys go ahead and listen to that video, and you just let me know what you think. Okay, that video is coming up next.
I'd like to take this time to say thank you first to the Hoover Police Department, our partner agencies, our wonderful community, and to all those that aided in some way in connection with this situation. As the days have gone on and more information has been shared, we know everyone has questions. The Hoover Police Department is known for being very methodical and thorough with their investigations. For that reason, we did not feel comfortable speaking in detail publicly until now. It is important that we share this information now so that our community can be put at ease. So at this time, I'll turn the microphone over to Hoover Police Chief Nick Dursis. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank everyone for being here today. Besides me stands the team who played a significant role in this investigation. I want to thank our department, members of surrounding local law enforcement agencies, the FBI, Secret Service, United States Marshals, and ALEA for their assistance in this case. We said from the evening of July 13th, our focus would be the safe return of Carleerussell. That occurred on Saturday, July 15th, approximately 49 hours after she called 911 and disappeared. From that point, our focus has been to determine Carlee's whereabouts during that time and what exactly took place. Let me say up front, this investigation is not over. We're still working this case, and we'll be working this case until we uncover every piece of evidence that helps us account for the 49 hours that Carleerussell was missing. However, through the public interest, and in some cases, public fear that this story has generated, we owe it to our citizens to tell them the facts that we have uncovered. So I will give you the facts that we know today. On July 13th, at approximately 8:20 p.m., Carlee left work from a business at the Summit. Surveillance video from her place of employment shows Carlee concealed a dark-colored bathrobe, a roll of toilet paper, and other items belonging to the business prior to her departure. She ordered food from Tzatziki's at the Colonnade and traveled there. She then traveled to Target on 280, where she purchased some granola bars and Cheez-Its. From there, she remained in the parking lot at that shopping center until 9:21 p.m., when she drove to I-459. Carlee communicated on her cell phone with individuals known to her while on her path of travel up to the point of calling 911 at 9:34 p.m. And at this time, we will play the 911 call in its entirety.
Hi, I am on Interstate 459, and there's just a kid just walking by themselves.
Oh, hold on. Where on Fulton are you?
I'm right next to the exit 10 by the Hoover like to get off by the Hoover.
Okay, so you're before the exit?
Yes.
Okay, and were you headed southbound or northbound? Like towards Tuscaloosa or towards 280?
Towards Tuscaloosa.
Okay, and was the child on the left or right side?
On the right side.
Were they walking northbound or southbound?
They're walking towards Tuscaloosa.
Walking southbound? Or how old do they look?
Like a toddler, maybe 3 or 4.
Did you pull over with them? Are you still with them?
Yes.
Okay, are you with the child right now?
No, I'm not. I didn't get out of the car. I can see them though.
Do you mind staying and keeping an eye on them until we get there?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, what kind of car are you in?
I'm in a red Mercedes-Benz.
Is it a sedan or SUV?
SUV. I mean, it's a sedan. Sorry.
Can you put your hazards on for me?
Yeah, they're on.
Okay. Did you talk to the child at all, or did you say anything to them?
No.
Okay.
No.
Do they look like they're injured?
No, they don't.
Are they white, black, Hispanic, or Asian?
They're white.
Okay. Is it male or female?
I think it's a boy, a little boy.
White male? Okay. So is he wearing clothes?
Yes.
Okay. What is he wearing?
It's a white t-shirt, and it doesn't look like he has any pants on. It looks like a diaper.
You don't see any cars anywhere?
No cars anywhere.
Okay. All right. What's your name?
My name is Carleerussell.
And you don't see any injuries on the child from where you're at, correct?
No, but I can't really see them that good.
Okay, try to keep an eye on them for the best that you can, because I don't want you to lose track of them.
Okay.
All right, and do they have shoes on?
No. Not that I can see. I can't really see that look.
Okay. All right, I've got them on the way, okay? Just try to keep an eye on them, but officers are on the way, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Carlee called a relative after speaking with the 911 operator. She went missing during that conversation sometime after 9:36 p.m. Traffic camera footage was obtained which depicted this portion of the incident, and that footage was analyzed as part of the investigation in conjunction with the 911 call and cell phone data to accurately determine the time frame. Carlee's 911 call remains the only report of a child on the interstate, despite numerous vehicles passing through the area at that time. No one has called to report that a child is missing, and the Hoover Police Department did not locate any evidence of a small child walking down the interstate. Data from Carlee's phone, including her Life 360 app, shows that she traveled approximately 600 yards in her vehicle while she was on the phone with 911, stating that she was following a child. 600 yards. That is 6 football fields straight. 600 yards. The Hoover 911 Center received a second call from Carlee's mother stating that a relative was on the phone with her when they heard Carlee scream, and then they had an open phone line. Hoover police officers arrived on the scene within 5 minutes of being dispatched, and several other officers arrived shortly. They located Carlee's wig and cell phone in the grass near the vehicle. Her purse was located in the front seat of her vehicle with her Apple Watch in the purse. The food she ordered for tzatziki's was also in the car. The items she purchased from Target, as well as the items taken from her place of employment, were not in the vehicle nor were they located anywhere around the scene. Hoover Police deployed all available assets from the point in the search for Carlee. Additional resources were called in to include our own drone unit, crime scene investigators. Numerous detectives responded to the scene. Throughout the day Friday, officers from surrounding local and federal agencies assisted Hoover Police in the search for Carleerussell. Officers returned to the scene on 459 to conduct a thorough line search for evidence. K-9 teams from the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department responded to check for any sign of Carlee, the child that she claimed to see, and anything else that could be considered evidence in this case. Those searches all turned up empty. Private citizens, including search parties organized by our family, friends, began looking everywhere that they could to find any trace. These searches took place throughout the day Friday and again on Saturday, yielding nothing. At 10:44 p.m. on July 15th, the Hoover 911 center receives a call from Carlee's residence stating that she returned home on foot. In subsequent investigations, detectives obtained surveillance footage of Carlee walking down the sidewalk alone prior to arrival at her residence. She was conscious and speaking with paramedics when she was transported to UAB. Detectives were able to obtain a brief statement from her prior to being treated and released. During the statement, she told detectives that while traveling down the interstate, she saw a baby walking down the side of the road and called 911. She stated when she got out of her vehicle to check on the child, a man came out of the trees and mumbled that he was checking on the baby. She claimed that the man then picked her up and she screamed. She stated he then made her go over a fence. She claims he then forced her into a car, and the next thing she remembers is being in the trailer of an 18-wheeler. She stated that the male was with a female. However, she never saw the female, only hearing her voice. She also told detectives she could hear a baby crying. She told detectives the male had orange hair with a big bald spot on the back. She said she was able to escape the 18-wheeler and fled on foot, only to be captured again and then was put in a car. She claimed she was then blindfolded but was not tied up because the captor said they did not want to leave impressions on her wrists. She said that they took her into a house and made her get undressed. She believes they took pictures of her, but she does not remember them having any physical or sexual contact. She stated the next day she woke up and was fed cheese crackers by the female. She said the woman also played with her hair, but could not remember anything else. At some point, she was put back in a vehicle she claims was able to escape while it was in the West Hoover area. She told detectives she ran through lots of woods until she came out near her residence. During this interview, detectives noted that Carlee had a small injury to her lip, and she claimed that her head was hurting. She also had a tear in her shirt. Detectives also noted that she had $107 cash in her right sock. Out of respect for Carlee and her family, detectives did not press for additional information in this interview and made plans to speak with her in detail after giving her time to rest. Detectives continue analyzing data from Carlee's cell phone that was left behind at the scene. We enlisted the help of the United States Secret Service in conducting this analysis. Part of what data includes several internet searches in the days leading up to her disappearance that I think are very relevant to this case. On July 11th at 7:30 a.m., the term, "Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert?" was searched. On July 13th at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term, "How to take money from a register without being caught," was searched. On July 13th at 2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term Birmingham bus station was searched. On July 13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted with a departure date of July 13th. On July 13th at 12:10 p.m., a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted. There were two searches related to Amber Alerts on a computer at Carlee's place of employment, including one regarding the maximum age of an Amber Alert. There were other searches on Carlee's phone that appeared to shed some light on her mindset, but out of respect for her privacy, we will not be releasing the content of those searches at this time. We've asked to interview Carlee a second time, but have not been granted that request. As you can see, there are many questions left to be answered, but only Carlee can provide those answers. What we can say is that we've been unable to verify most of Carlee's initial statement made to investigators, and we have no reason to believe that there is a threat to the public safety related to this particular case. Thank you very much.
With that, we'll open the floor for some questions. Please raise your hand, and I will call on you. Carol.
Chief, do you expect any
Okay, guys. So you saw that snippet of that news conference. Carleerussell, we got questions, girl. We have some serious questions. As you can see, the math just ain't mathing, and we are trying to figure it out. So, as you know, they reported the reason why they did the press conference is pretty much so the community can feel at ease. As you know, they stated in the news conference, the community was, obviously in outrage, just trying to figure out what is going on. If this young lady had been abducted and somehow she got away, the community wants to be informed. So let's break it down a little bit further. I did take some notes, although you guys did watch the video just like I watched it. Apparently, she was gone for 49 hours total. And if you guys look at the breakdown of what he was saying in the news conference, this girl left her job at 8:30. Left her job at 8:30. He indicated that she took some things from her job, which included a bathrobe and toilet paper. So apparently this seems as if it was planned. Um, she had granola bars, cheeses, looked like she went to Target, as he stated. An hour after getting these things, 9:34, she called 911. And this is my first time hearing that 911 call, but just listening to that 911 call, I kind of wish they would have released that before, but I guess, they have to do it on their terms. She's describing to the 911 operator on the phone and stated that the child was 3 or 4. But this is my thing. She stated that the child was 3 or 4, right? And I was under the assumption after, hearing all of the other stories, because I had never heard that 911 call, that she had actually got out of the car. As she was on the phone with the 911 operator, she's like, yeah. Basically, she says, yeah, I can see the child. So on the phone, she never indicated that she actually got out of the car, which was so weird because if I saw a child on the highway, my gut instinct would be like, oh, let me hurry up and get the child because I don't want the child to run out into the road. So that was a little bit weird, right? Think about it. It looks like she called at 9:34. And it looks like they arrived at approximately 5 minutes later is when they arrived on scene. This lady was nowhere in sight. I'm sorry. Let me go back. 9:34, and looks like she was gone within 2 minutes. And it looks like her Life 360 app showed. Now this is where it gets interesting. When she was on the phone with 911, they said she drove a equivalent of 6 football fields while on the phone with the 911 operator. Okay, guys, make it make sense. So if I'm driving down the road and I see a child, toddler, however she described it on the road, then that means that the child is there, but she drove 6 football fields. So that means wouldn't she have passed the child up? That doesn't make sense. In the information or in the press conference, it stated that the police actually arrived 5 minutes later. Um, and it seems like the items that she purchased from Target was gone, which was the toilet paper and the Cheez-Its, all of that was gone, right? Nowhere to be found. Um, they did get a K9 in the area, which searched that area and found no traces of her, which wouldn't make any sense, when you think about what she later said happened to her. Because if she was in the woods, as she stated, the K9 would have picked up on that, right? So that doesn't make sense. So 2 days later, they received a call that she had returned home. When looking at the surveillance from her area, it showed her walking down the neighborhood, like, just walking. I've never been kidnapped before, but I tell you what, if somebody grabbed me when I got free, the first thing I'm going to do is find somebody to help me. I'm not going to be skipping through the neighborhood, because guess what? I'm scared they may, find me again. And then and then just think about this. She stated that she was kidnapped and then she escaped and then they caught her again. Okay, so think about it. You gotta lose, they caught you, and now you escaped again, but now you're just this don't make sense. See, now I'm with everybody else because this does not make any sense, okay? She stated that she had to get undressed in front of these people and that they could have videotaped her. That, I'm sorry, that don't make sense either. Then she stated the woman fed her Cheez-Its. Whew, this is getting a little delusional. She said the woman fed her Cheez-Its and played in her hair. She stated that she got away and ran through the woods until she arrived at home. Guys. I don't know what else to say. I'm just reporting the information. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think in the comments, okay? I will update you with this story because I don't know if they're going to be pressing charges against her or what the last recourse of action will be. But again, I'm just bringing you the news. That is the update. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And please let me know what you guys think in the comments. I always read the comments. Make sure you are respectful in the comments. This is not a channel where we, say rude and nasty things to people and all of that. Please don't do it because I will block and report you. It's good energy over here. Don't come over here with that. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.